This podcast is available in both audio and video formats on your favorite platform. See stage33live.com for more details. New episodes come out on the third Thursday of every month. Welcome to Stage 33 Live, a 40-seat nonprofit volunteer-run industrial-rustic listening room with a throwback vibe in Bellows Falls, Vermont, population 2,755. These performances were documented in our room, one and done in warts and all by local, regional, and national talents. The barely contained theme for this episode is Imaginary Places, and it features Davey Sturdivant with Heather Pearson and Sean Nadeau, Johnny Sheehan, River Halo, Jenna Sowen Rice, Gibson, Atlantic Vale, High Tea, Will Stahl, Mike Donovan, Thomas Nola, Tommy Crawford, Five Before Chaos, Ian Gallipo, and Bill Walston. Stage 33 Live exists at all thanks to your free will donations and to the excellent volunteers that make it happen. And along the way, we've had help from businesses and institutions like the Claremont Savings Bank Foundation, helping ensure the success of charitable programs and projects dedicated to the betterment of the communities they serve. These are performances documented at Stage 33 Live in Bellows Falls, Vermont. This episode features clips that are directly or tangentially or not really particularly about imaginary places. Davey Sturdivant kicks it off with Heather Pearson and Sean Nadeau, that's the Heather Pearson acoustic trio, doing Land of the Never Was.
Well, last night I paid a visit to the land of the never was. They got honest politicians there, and the rich folks all are generous just because. Land of the never was. I saw some great reality television. The land of the never was. Songwriters bathe in caviar in the land of the never was. And guitarists all got pickle jars full of $100 bills just because. In the land of the never was. And changing the world a song at a time. The land of the never was. Hey, Sean, you got some change for me? Thing to drop a microphone in the land of the never was. And you're wise to leave your daughter alone with a man that likes to make movies just because. In the land of the never was. Make her real proud when he gives her that role. In the land of the never was. Oh, roll something my way there, Heather. woman that I thought I knew in the land of the never was. She was kind, she was honest too. It felt so good to be with her there, just because. In the land of the never was. We had a real fine conversation. We found peace and harmony. We resolved every one of our differences. Saw Jesus in a cup of tea. And then a pig flew in through the window. A unicorn pranced through the wall. And I swear, that's how it all went down. I was there, I saw it all. In the land of the never was. In the land of the never was. Land of the never was. Have you ever been there? Would you like to go? Land of the never was.
On my treasure island, I have learned how to relax. I'm here in paradise where I am seldom taxed. Got to this island, babe, I know I'm here to stay. How could I ever go away? Life on this island, take no credit card, no cash. Trappings of wealth become mere relics of the past. Nothing but sunshine and a love so free. I love you and you love me, you love me. So easy all the time. Not a hard thought on my mind. Treasure I, treasure I. Treasure I, treasure I. Treasure I, treasure, I treasure my island. Found my way to this place through inland seas. Past unhappy people, all too eager to please. Trapped by a shadow or some ghostly unease, bound to bring them to their knees. Right at my side I see the only one for me, whose eyes are light with an intoxicating gleam, who's weaving tapestries of life and love and dreams on this island here with me. It's so easy all the time. Not a hard thought on my mind. Treasure I, treasure I. Treasure I, treasure I. Treasure I, treasure, I treasure my island. Splendid isolation in an uncharted deep. I'll never wait for you to come back home to me. You are the finest thing that I have ever known. Oh, how we have grown. Sunny island, drive away all dark thoughts. Cannot be sold and it cannot be bought. A refuge from a world of savage pride. A love renewed on each high tide, each high tide. So easy all the time. Not a hard thought on my mind. Treasure I, treasure I. Treasure I, treasure I. Treasure I, treasure I, treasure treasure my island. Treasure I, treasure I, treasure I, treasure I, treasure I, treasure I, treasure my island. Treasure I, treasure I, treasure my island.
Johnny Sheehan was on his Treasure Island, and now River Halo is on their Misty Mountain.
Mists on the mountains rise to the sun. My home, my paradise, all is one. My mountains green, lands unseen, forbidding me no more. I found you in a dream. On the bridge, I saw you near, rolling tides, your water so clear. Mist on the mountains rise to the sun. My home, my paradise, all is one. My mountains green, lands unseen, forbidding me no more. I found you in a dream. On the bridge, I saw you near, rolling tides, your water so clear. Mist on the mountains rise to the sun. My home, my paradise, all is one. My mountains green, lands unseen, forbidding me no more. I found you in a dream. On the bridge, I saw you near, rolling tides, your water so clear.
I'm living in the city where the day never ends. The devil never sleeps and the sun never sets. I'm at an all-night diner just staring at the wall, trying to think about nothing at all.
That was Jenna Sowen Rice in the city of Los Angeles. And we'll close out this set with Gibson in the city of Cowards.
All right. This is a song I wrote in that same week as the space songs, but it's not about space, but it's about Conan the Barbarian, kinda, but it's hard to tell because it rhymes a lot. And then when you rhyme too much, it can be hard to tell what you're talking about because you're forcing rhymes. So here's an object lesson, I guess. In a city of cowards, a shady man waits, ladies and powder selling off dates, sweet fruit for the harvest at excellent rates. A man from the mountains looking for gold, a plan hatched by the fountains for treasures of old, artifacts for the harvest by adventurers bold. Head to the bay where privateers rest, a captain to challenge in combat in best, and a crew that wants more than just gold in a chest. And these men have an excellent plan to ascend the dead hills where the steppe nomads dance and portend what they will from their drug-induced trance, protect innocents captured to finish a plan by a sinister man who works so he can talk to gods, never dying, but dreaming and scheming and trying to bring dust to the land. Run rugged, give all, there's lives on the line, roads flooded, give stall, but they strive through the brine, a pursuit to the tower, arriving on time. A robed madman stands, dagger in hand, but cannot withstand the mountainous man from the mountains who landed and ended the plans to bring old gods in chaos, turn castles to sand. They returned and commanded the gates to be sealed, renew the old deals, give the world time to heal, keep the gate locked and maintain the zeal, for a world still in shock is an excellent meal for chaos and madness, which must be repealed by trial and error and belief in the real.
Stage 33 Live exists at all thanks to your free will donations and the excellent volunteers that make it happen. And along the way, we've had help from businesses and institutions like the Ben & Jerry's Foundation, supporting projects that enhance the well-being of all Vermonters. Welcome back to the Stage 33 Live listening room in Bellows Falls, Vermont. This episode features performances more or less about imaginary places in fact or fiction. Set kicks off with Crunchy, Modern Age by Atlantic Vale.
Time goes slow, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Thank you. We're Atlantic Vale.
The Tale of Billy and the Void by High Tea.
Billy looked out into the void. He said, "Who is that looking back at me? There's no reflection that I see or that I like." Billy looked out into the dark. He said, "Who is that death behind the stars? Are we hurtling towards Mars in the night?" But I don't know, if I'll ever make it home. I don't know where this long road's gonna go. Into outer space. He said, "Ooh, boy, what the hell's the human race? Invasive species plaguing on this earthly place." Billy turned back to face the dirt. He said, "Lord knows there's too much out there just to learn. How can we ever think we'll think it all out?" Long road's gonna run. Ooh, hey, 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 hey. Ooh, hey, 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 hey. Ooh. Shook hands with the abyss. He said, "You're coming for me now. I guess we all gon' take that hit. If it's my time, then it's my time without a fit." And Billy with what he knew, and with everything he didn't, never would, never could. We do our best to face the darkness when we're through.
Bracing.
Thank you so much. We are High Tea.
Here's Will Stahl with Red Sox Nation, which in our book counts as a fantasy land.
outside the show. The sky looked prepared to snow. Then I saw the plastic ground, the animals laid to waste. So I put them back in place. Every hour stands forever and for past, and the weighted tongues speaking radio. Busted accent, Highland sound is burning out. Hey, hey, love, are you busting your brain? Destroyer, lazy, are you back on your dizzy ways? We eat salt, marbles and rye. No, no, no. But stay, the tide's turning back. Stranger with the world on your back. You've been walking close to your head. Everywhere you stake a black heart. I was born and I'm copping to that little land. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Tonight, when you went inside the glow, and I stood outside the show, the sky looked prepared to snow.
That was Mike Donovan doing Polarity and Swan merch. And here's Thomas Nola in the Halcyon Embassy. Not actually sure what these last two are really about, so won't put them here.
The halcyon embassy still glows. It takes the shape of everything that grows. From none you came, to none you go. Lead me to your house of stone. Had some dreams, they were sheep on a hill. The halcyon embassy won't close. It issues passports to the young and old. Brought you to the riverbed. Liars say we'll meet again. Now you cross that water on your own. soul to soul. Leave me with your heart of gold. Evergreen, we never grow too old. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
More than anything else, Stage 33 Live exists at all thanks to your free will donations and to the excellent volunteers that make it happen. We are so grateful. It wouldn't be possible to do this alone. This season's podcast sponsor is Friends of Studio Cat Corduroy. Originally from Austin, Texas, Corduroy moved to Vermont in 2019 to reside at the painting studio next door to our performance space, moving on to her next great adventure on the last day of June 2025 at the ripe old age of 20. A gruff exterior with a heart of gold type, when we came in to set up for shows, we always looked forward to her yelling at us through the door until we let her out. Corduroy was well known on social media, where her friends now join with Hunter Studio and Rockingham Entertainment Development in supporting the mission of Stage 33 Live. To learn more about Corduroy, visit her at hunter-studio.com/corduroy. Here's the final set of this episode of Stage 33 Live, featuring performances at this time are entirely or sort of are not really so much about imaginary places. This set is about outer space. Kicking it off with Tommy Crawford, Athena and the Moon.
And so Athena went out looking for the moon, but he was hiding away, wouldn't come out to play. I said, Athena, you're gonna find it right soon. Don't you worry, your mind won't be long till we find Athena and the moon. You will find it soon, lighting up the night like the sun at high noon. And so Athena saw the moon in everything, in the stones on the path, in the hairs in the bath. And Athena, each and every evening, she'd look out to the lawn, but the moon, it was gone. Said Athena to the moon, won't you come back soon, lighting up the night like the sun at high noon. I said, Athena, you know the moon changes every night, so if your day isn't bright, it still might turn out alright. And Athena, it travels round the world in its flight. Yeah, it leaves and returns like the seasons and ferns. It slips beside a cloud and dips behind a tree. It's here and there, steady and in constancy. And then one midday, we were walking down the road to the swing, but we were lost in her feet, taking care what they'd meet. On her insisting, we looked up and saw the real thing. There was way up high, the only one in the sky. Athena found the moon in the afternoon. Who'd have thought that it'd be back so soon? morning, night, and noon. It's Athena and the moon. Together now, though it will leave again soon. Athena and the moon, you will find it soon, lighting up the night like the sun at high noon. Athena and the moon, never fear but soon, you will find, oh darling mine, right where you stand, Athena and the moon.
Thank you.
From one of our annual synth fests, this is Five Before Chaos doing a peppy little tune they call The Other Planets Are Flat Too. Gonna break in here to explain a few things about Stage 33 Live, with apologies to Five Before Chaos for stepping on them. We started Stage 33 Live to provide a platform for local and regional emerging and outsider performers who just can't get their foot in the door to a listening audience anywhere, and to provide affordable, quality entertainment for our community. We also try to make sure that the talent is appropriately compensated. Along the way, we somehow got on the radars of bigger performers who liked the cut of our jib. We welcome them too. It gives the project extra exposure and perceived legitimacy, and that bubbles over onto the underdogs who we're really doing this for. We book first come, first serve from a waiting list so that the unknowns have a level playing field. Everybody has to wait their turn. And friends, it has turned into a long wait, currently in excess of 2 years. All the ticket money goes to the performers. We're all volunteers on this side of the thing. It's the only way for a micro venue in the hinterlands with no bar or kitchen to keep hobbling along while making sure the performers get the respect they deserve and keeping things as affordable as possible for the community. Would we like to get paid? Yeah, sure would, but that isn't one of the priorities. For each show, we work with the performers to set the ticket price to try to make sure they get at least the lowest amount recommended by the Traveling Musicians Union for the smallest venues in the worst markets, and we don't always get there. When we say that we're grateful for your free will donations and for institutional help when we can get it, and for our volunteers, we mean that from the bottom of our hearts.
And so this is called This Red Land.
Gonna round out the show with Ian Gallipo and This Red Land, which we're pretending is about Mars. And then Bill Walston reminiscing about when Pluto was a planet.
I waited for the rain to fill the empty river, but the broken ground just swallowed every drop of sweat I shed. The sky was blue. Listen to the wind singing in the willows, but silence filled my head with the sound of empty earth, and I knew
my prayers meant nothing.
When Pluto was a planet, when nurses wore white, when nobody shopped in the middle of the night, before polio vaccine and polyester suits, before Alaska was a state, I was loving you, loving you, loving you, I was loving you. When mobsters ran Havana and no one locked their doors, when they sold encyclopedias at the grocery store, before interstate highway, before irony was cool, before frozen dinners, I was loving you, loving you, loving you, I was loving you. When our grandchildren's children have all passed away, when they trapped the last crustacean in Narragansett Bay, when palm trees grow in Greenland and the rapture's overdue, when Manhattan's underwater, I'll be loving you, loving you, loving you, I'll be loving you.
This program was produced by Stage 33 Live in Bellows Falls, Vermont. Stage 33 Live exists thanks to volunteers and donations. Extra special thanks to these exceptional supporters over the years. The Island Corporation, a creative mix of art and enterprise. Wool FM, community radio for the southern Vermont and New Hampshire borderlands. Guilford Sound, a state-of-the-art residential recording studio in Guilford, Vermont. The Vermont Arts Council, working for a creative state. And the Rockingham Arts and Museum Project, revitalizing the community with the arts. Stage 33 Live is a 501c3 nonprofit. All donations are deductible to the extent allowed. For more information about everything, see our Uncomfortably Dense website at stage33live.com. See you next time. Until then, go see a show by an act you've never heard of and support local everything. Bonus time with Trevor Robinson, The Last Payphone on Earth, which is a short excerpt from a longer suite.
Drop a quarter in the very last payphone on Earth. Wonder how you decide what a single connection is worth. The sun is getting low, glows like a giant salt lamp. and I can hear the highway, exits and on-ramps. When my mother answers, I let the distance crackle before I say, you know I'm sorry, and this time I mean it.
Hi, I'm Carly. I'm an AI avatar created entirely by artificial intelligence. There is nothing AI about Stage 33 Live.